I think we have someone. We have Mr. Concord in the house. Mr. Concord, are you still there to talk about?
My co-host,
Yes,
sorry, before you go to Coco, we have a guest in the house, Chief Obasogie, the Obasogie of Benin Kingdom, Inogi Obasogie. Please, you are welcome to the studio. You can unmute and say
thank
one or
you,
two
thank
things.
you, thank you very much, my brother. I really
You're
appreciate.
welcome, Mr. Chief of Obasogie. Thank you for taking time out to come to the show.
Thank you very much. I don't know if I'm allowed to speak. I just want to throw a light, some light into what I've been listening. I've been listening to you all, and I took our time to get some points from what you guys have really talked about. And I must confess, this is a very good initiative. I must applaud you guys for coming up with such a laudable initiative to talk about how do we improve, you know, on what is actually going on at the moment in our state. It shows that you guys are passionate about it. And if you can spare me a minute or two, I would like to just reflect a bit on what you people have been talking about, based on my own experience. One, as a Benin man, and two, as a chief, a high class chief from the palace of the Oba of Benin. So,
Yes, you can
um,
proceed. Yes, Chief. You can. Yes, the floor is yours. Please proceed.
thank you very much. Um, you know, well, um, given the scorecard of Mr. Godwin Obaseki, I would say in his own way, he has done a bit okay. He has um, he has brought a little bit of light into our economic system, making us to see every reason why we can thrive in our digital economic system that Nigerians are gradually embracing now, which is tech. But there's something that I've noticed about most of our past governors and the present governor. It is not what you want to give to the people, rather it is what the people want. You can't give me transformer, you can't give me town hall when I want transformer in my community. I will not appreciate it. You get. Yes, he's done well. He refurbished the secretariat. He has been doing some one or two roads and all of that. But I think what the people really want is accessibility, because in Benin as a whole, we have one of the best road network in Benin, in Nigeria. So just focus on one particular area to me does not really make sense. Like for instance, now I live at Boba Hill, Abo Park. This side is they don't even talk about it at all. We don't have good roads. We don't have good no access. If you are coming all the way from Ring Road to Boba Hill, you spend like an hour or two at Boba Hill traffic there. When you can easily just create an access point all the way from Boba Hill to St. Saviour, which will ease the traffic flow. So to me, I think it's high time. I'm happy that there are new ones coming on board. It had time not they should change their pattern, not going to the market to buy corn on the street, meet market women. No, change the pattern. Reach out to the people. What do you want me to do for you? And you don't have to wait till, because I met with Olumide Akpata. We had one-on-one, and he was able to convince me on the things he did while he was the NBA president and all of that. I was quite convinced that yes, he has a plan for those states. The same thing with Asa Igodao. They are really, be able to capture the heart of many with their plans. But my main concern is this: why must you wait till your election period or your campaign period before you start to do things? You can hear from the man from Abia State. He's so proud. He's so proud that I'm from Abia State. Look at what my governor is doing. Look at his scorecard in 9 months. I don't know if you can. That is someone that has passion to want to develop his state.
Chief, he's actually from Anambra State. Mr.
Oh,
Kene is from
Anambra State.
Yes.
Okay,
But because the governor of Abia State is Labour and he is
yes,
obedient So he has adopted that as a
No, sir. I would disagree with that, sir. I'm not just hearing this from this man. In fact, the issue of the 24 hours light I'm hearing from other people that Abia State has 24 hours light.
I asked him a question and he gave me, but that is not fact. It is not fact that they have 24 hours light. There's a project.
But I heard it from other channels too.
Yes, that's no channels. No. There's light. Yes, there's this project that they have unleashed that has been on for 20 years. There's no way obedience neighbor should take credence from such a project. The project is from a man from Enugu State. He was a sole financier. I've forgotten his name. Mr. Peter Agu actually told me his name to something Naji. He is the prime financier for that project. But Abia State is lucky to have this go on. And it is not a fact that it is 24 hours light. There's improvement in light, and they are going to work on these things first with the business hubs before it goes round. So they are in the works to make this happen. Not like it has started, like people are celebrating it.
But there's been a test run already, and there's a project ongoing, and it's going to an advanced stage, right?
Yes.
So there's an improvement. But the thing is this: we have been hearing of Oshomo power plant for the past 8 years, and we don't even know. We're not even seeing him. We are not even feeling the impact. I'm not feeling the impact. The street lights that they say they brought in, they stopped at Ipoba Hill. They stopped at Ipoba Hill. It only worked for just few weeks. Until date, it's not working now.
What part of Ipoba Hill, sir? Please, what part of Ipoba Hill?
You have passion to do it, not because you want to use to play politics. Now you would when it's time for election, you bring in people, employ them, give them appointment because you want them to vote for you. We should stop doing things like that. We should learn to be transparent with what we want to do. I'm not criticizing it. I'm not a politician, right? I'm not criticizing his government, right? Obasogie has tried in his own ways, but at the same time, we need to talk to him. There are things that we have been hearing from the first campaign, the first tenure, till date, we are still not getting the value for it. Talk about safety. Abia State is able to do what they are able to do now because there's security. But in Benin, we're not safe. There's a lot of court clashes everywhere. People are killing, the youth are dying. So what are we doing about it? People are living in those states. People are living in those states. Can we attract investors like that? The first thing they talk about is insecurity. As I speak to you now, I know how much I buy diesel every day to run my plant. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So what of those that cannot afford it? The only job we can boastfully say that is accessible to, that we know that anybody can easily apply to, is Edo State Security Network, vigilantes. We have our youth carrying guns everywhere. It's risky. It's risky. So there is a problem in Benin that needs to be fixed. He has tried in the area of in the civil service. He has done massively well. He has been able to reform our civil service system. He has been able to redesign our secretariat. He has done massively well in that area. He has been able to bring technology into the system. Beautiful, right? But the truth, me that I'm talking to you, sir, right? I have been able to enroll 20 indigents, to enroll them for NECO SSC. To write NECO SSC, I went to a school, I met a young girl crying because her parents could not afford to enroll her for NECO SSC. And guess what? I did that enrollment for her free of charge, and that girl came out with distinctions. So now, as low as 20,000 naira, you can enroll a child. I wrote a proposal to the Edo State government. Let the Edo State government give us scholarships. Let us enroll these kids. Let's give, even if it's 1,000. Let's enroll them. Let's go to public schools. Let's look for, identify those that cannot afford it. What did they say? They said no. That project didn't fly. Because how will the government benefit? The thing is, how will the government benefit? Must the government benefit in everything? No. So we should stop that attitude of how do we benefit? What I say, Rodao does not need to get to government to do things, to tie roads. I must commend Olumide Akpata. You know, he has done a lot of projects. He's not yet the governor, but he's doing a lot of projects. I'm not saying I'm supporting him or not, but when I see things that are good, I commend on it.
Are you sorry? Yes, Chief. Have you used your level of elite to get across with the governor? Have you spoken to the governor several times about this abandoned people, or the way you want, from the ideas you have? Have you ever spoken?
Let me give you a clip of what happened. I wrote a proposal to the Edo State governor, right? And I said, "Is that time we clean up Edo State? Is that time we generate wealth in waste recycling?" So now we have a lot of plastics on the ground, plastic can, sachet, and all of that. We can actually get these plastics, recycle them, and produce, and then we can export. I gave out a plan. I wrote a proposal. I sent it to I gave to the governor. The governor minted on it, referred it to the Ministry of Environment. I had a meeting with the Commissioner of Environment at that time, with some with some directors. After the meeting, they were all very, very pleased, and they applauded, and they said they will make a recommendation. And then they now sent it to the board of the Waste Management Board. I met with the guy, and I spoke with the guy. This is what I had some investors that were ready to come in from the US to help us redesign our waste management system, and then have a recycling company in Edo State that will create jobs, and that will clean up the state, and then we can produce and export. Guess what? The guy turned me down. In fact, the then commissioner was so arrogant, was so rude, he turned me down. And then the guy spoke to me, and the waste management board guy spoke to me and told me, "Oh, where you have these things all going, and this, where is it now?" I even wrote in my proposal, I told the governor, I said, we need to set up a task force whereby we can checkmate people that dump things on the floor, and then they can be fined, or they'll be given community service to clean up a particular area. And then let's have a contract. Let's create a waste bin that cannot be removed in strategic places in Benin Metropolis. This in a nutshell will help us clean up the environment, right? And at the same time, gather this waste produce, recycle them, and start to produce something. This will create jobs. At the end of the day, it was turned down. And let me tell you something, sir. These people are now gathering these plastic cans, having all these emergencies to gather plastic cans. They will gather them and then export them out to sell. Where does that money come to? We don't even account for it. Whereby Lagos is making a whole lot of money. They are generating a whole lot of revenue from waste recycling. There are a lot of things that I wrote a proposal to the state government that a place like Igun Street should be closed. Should be a tourist walkway where people can pay money, go in, and even if you don't want, you pay money at the gate. You walk in, should be a walkthrough. Go to Igun Street. I went to Igun Street with a foreigner. I saw our own brother criticizing our own the effort of a man who was to buy something from, saying that money is too expensive. How much is this? And I went straight to him. I said, you must be very stupid. You know the effort it took this man to make this. If you go to this man's country and he tells you to pay $1,000 for this, won't you pay? And I told my person, billing any amount. And what they were supposed to buy for 100,000, they ended buying it for more than 400,000, and the credit went to him. So to me, I did a whole lot we can do. Go and look at the moat. Look at the moat in Benin. If we're to be other countries, you will see that would be a nice tourist center for people to go to. The most respected artifact in the world is the face of Idia, Queen Idia yesterday. Tell me, how many people know where Queen Idia is from? They don't even know her village. They don't even know her tomb. They don't even know nothing about her. But just in a movie as Black Panther, the highest Marvel movie in the world, at that then, Benin was mentioned. So all these things, we look at Dubai, for instance. Dubai is making a whole lot of money from tourism. Benin is known as a home of tourism, a home of culture. How well have we been able to utilize that? Can people even come into Benin? We have a lot of places. We have an Oba who is respected all over the world. How well do we as Benin's value? So these are things we need to look. These are things that if I have to meet with the new candidate, the new party candidate, I will talk to them. These are areas we need to look at. You will see an Akwa Ibom man will tell you, I love Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom is clean. Akwa Ibom is this. Akwa Ibom is that. It didn't start from a gradual process, and they got the right channel, and they are working on it. Just like we are talking about Abia State now. In the next few years, Abia will become something else, and everybody wants to go to Abia State. What do we have to say about? I'm not really interested in whether Anisha man becomes the governor and Archie man becomes the governor and all of that. I'm not really interested in that. My interest is who will come and develop Edo State. We are tired.
Chief Obasogie, in politics, I want to say something. I thank you.
Yes,
You have given us, I like it when people, I enjoy the fact that you gave us a real life scenario. You gave us what we don't know. You told us you are giving facts. But in politics, let us be very honest and candid. Everybody make promises.
Yes.
The person is from top or bottom. Everybody says when they're when they're not in power or when they're not holding that position, they see the remedy or they see the solution to every problem. So they're easy to tell you, yes, when I go here, I will make magic. When I do this, and there's one thing I know, they listen to everybody. They listen to 1,000,001 problems and tell the people, everybody, it will be solved. Again, 8 years is not a long time to do miracles.
Yeah.
Years is not a long time to do miracles. There's no governor that will come for 8 years that will touch everything, because any governor that comes into power and thinks he can touch every aspect will end up not doing anything. So what some governors do, I believe, they come and they start a project. They start something that they can finish and try to put other policies in place so that if there is continuity, it will propel the progress. You feel what I'm saying? So now that we can also commend Obasogie. We can say, Obasogie, I'm not campaigning here. I am not campaigning. Like you have said, I am indifferent about where the good or the great person is going to come from. As long as he or she can make Edo what it used to be when we were growing up. A serene, secure, friendly, business-like environment.
The truth of the matter, sir, where we got it all wrong,
Yes.
The truth of the matter, let's be sincere with ourselves, they have reduced the powers of the local government. The local government cannot do serious projects anymore. In those days, you see a councillor You know, they have been assigned a project. A councillor will boastfully tell you that I can tie this street. Because the councillors are the ones that are close to the communities. The local government chairmen are the ones that are close to the local government. They know the sufferings of the local government. They know the pains. But the challenge we are having in this our state now is everything is centered around the executive, the government house. I know what I'm saying. Empower these local governments, empower the local government council. Give them targets. Give them target that in this period you have to do this, and let's see how far they will go about it. The councillor cannot even boast of putting a borehole in a community. He cannot. The councillors are totally handicapped. The local government chairmen are handicapped. The local government cannot even boast that he can even build a primary school. How many primary schools can they build? Because they don't get the money that they're supposed to get. So empower these people. We meet the money that's supposed to go to them. Let it get to them and give them a target. Because these are the people close to us as a people. Because the governor cannot be everywhere. He cannot do everything. That's just a simple truth. That is the challenge we are facing in our state.
But Chief Obasogie, do you know? I know you are grounded in Edo State. I know. Yes, I know your palace. And are you in one-on-one with the chairman of your local government, which I believe is Obasogie?
I know him. I know him very well.
Okay, do you relate with him, and does he tell you the challenges?
Very well. Before he came again, I spoke with him. If you go to the back of Obasogie here where we live, people have left their homes. People have left their homes. If you see the massive gully erosion there,
okay, you
cannot even walk through. You cannot even drive through it. Their houses are being demolished. People have left their home. They've relocated. And I spoke to him. We even went to do a video. And I said, look at where we are living. There's a big problem here. And he said it will take about 100 and something million to do it. Now he cannot. Imagine the council chairman telling me he cannot implement a project by 100 and something million. And therefore, people have to suffer because it does not have such amount of money. And of course, the government is not going to come here when there are other bigger projects in GRA, Ring Road, and all of that. He's not going to come to Obasogie. What is he really getting from here? But guess what? The people are suffering. I will tell you something. I use my own personal money sometimes to even walk on my road here. I use my own personal money to even put a solar street light on my street here. Look at the one that Oshomole was given to Oshomole, then the Kuneden gully erosion, and the project was for him to even tie this old road down. It was abandoned. So many times they are promised us that they are coming to tie it, they are coming to work on it. See here, nothing. When it rains, this is serious erosion, and you think I wake up one morning and my brother, the matter is when I wake up in the morning and I see how bad my road is. Even if you put interlock ties on the street of in GRA or in Ring Road, I will still feel bad because my side is not been up. I've not benefited from it. When I go to the town, when I go past your Baba supply and I see street light working, my side does not have street lights, and I'm sad about it. So at the end of it, when I'm coming all the way from Ring Road every day and I pass Uba Hill, if you live in Benin, you know what I'm talking about, right? That place is jam-packed. Now, Guinness did their part. It's just a small space for you to put an overhead bridge and link it up to St. Savior. That is not too much for the government to do. And the people from St. Savior can easily access Uba Hill to totally reduce the traffic flow in Uba Slope there. Nothing has been done about it. When I look at Uba River, my brother, when I look at Uba River, I weep because we can turn that place to a tourist site whereby we can dredge that river, create a lot of things there. I even made a suggestion, sir.
Dredge the river again. I thought the river was dredged in the early.
Those are just mere talk. No, I don't know my water in Lagos. I don't know my water in Lagos. Go and look at what they are doing even in the Eco Atlantic. Look at what they are doing in Eco Atlantic. Why did they die? Let's forget about all those things. We need to develop our state. When you are up there, when you're in the plane, when you are arriving in Benin, just look down and see how dirty it is. We can turn that. I won't make a suggestion. Why would you go and push up right in Sapley Road? Why can't you push up right in Obasogie there? Let me tell you something. Obasogie is the access point in Benin, whether we like it or not. Those going to the east, those going to the north. That's the access point.
Yeah, it's an access point, but Sapley Road leads to the riverine part of the country too.
It leads to the riverine part of the country, but I will tell you that Obasogie leads to the economic part of the country, where the money is coming from.
Well,
why can't you just drive through Obasogie at night and see the beauty in Edo State, in Benin? Why can't we develop it? Why can't we create another estate in there? Why going to Sapley Road and start out? When you're in a place like Lagos, right? You can't really differentiate between the mainland and island. Some people will tell you that they prefer to live on the mainland than island. But when you're in Benin here, when you tell somebody to come to Ipoba, say no, but I can't live in that place is a village. Everybody wants to live in Jare, Sapley Road, Sapmamba Road, Airport Road. Why can't we expand?
I think yes, I know that a lot of people, yes.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Why can't we expand? The Sapley Road is congested. You are still putting shop right there. Bring it here. Go to Asaba. Go to Warri. As far entering Warri, you are seeing shop right. It's the truth. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of areas.
Other things can be put in. Really, yes. To be very factual, other things can be put in Ipoba Hill. They can put another ShopRite in Ipoba Hill because ShopRite doesn't have to be one; it can be multiple.
Of course.
But
why not?
Are we not going to just say maybe it's a gradual process because the governor has to start from his own circle. When I mean circle, he is at Osadebe Avenue. That is the GRA part.
Yes.
That's why I say maybe, and when he wants to start development, he will start from his home or that before he expands. So I'm not saying that you are not right.
How was it, man? How was it, man?
Yes, but no, we cannot. Are we going to compare Lagos? Are we going to? We cannot compare Lagos.
That is the problem that we are facing now. In those days when I was growing up, sir, people leave Lagos to come to Benin to relax. Benin was a relaxation center.
Yes, I was a part of that. Yes.
So what I was saying. So imagine if we have developed on that. So we are rich. We in Benin, we are rich. There are a lot of things I cannot disclose, right? But I will tell you that with what God has given to us, are you aware that Oben generates the highest gas in the whole of Africa? Benin that we live in generate the highest gas. Now, gas. Find out.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Benin, your own state.
Including
as I speak to you now, the world is gradually leaving petroleum. They are entering gas. Gas is now the major commodity now. So why can't we develop on that, sir? How can we be the highest developer of gas and then we don't have lights?
But anyways,
I don't know if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, Chief, you have done so well.
We have oil. We have oil in our state. We have oil in our state. We have oil in Oriomo. We have oil in Ovia. We have oil in Bubaha. Go make your findings. But how well have this? Go and look at our community where they have oil. Look at how they are suffering. By the special grace of God, by the special grace of God, I am the chairman committee on PIA to the Palace of the Oba of Benin. So I meet with the communities every day. I meet with the oil companies every day, and I see and I feel their pain. It's sad. Can we continue to live like this? So would you tell ourselves the truth?
Yes, you have spoken from you have really broken it down, and I like it. That is what I think some people from other parts of the states are even complaining about. Someone that lives in Urekpe, someone that lives in Ubiaja, or and other places. I know, but I think governance or building starts from a foundation, and it goes up to the roofing level. So we can always say the progress has not come to us, but if we can see that there is progress being made, I think sometimes patience has to play a role. I think and I hope, but the promises, I don't fall for it. I don't fall for promises. I would rather
Yes,
take a turkey half baked development than somebody coming to tell me he's going to turn water to wine. I would
yes,
rather what the little I've seen. So I want to believe that Obaseki has a long-term plan, even though he's not going to achieve it. I'm not campaigning for the PDP. I'm not campaigning for
yes,
Mr. Governor
yes.
Obaseki. I'm only campaigning that whoever becomes governor of Edo State should continue from where this development, the slight ones that we have
No,
seen,
sir. No,
continue.
sir. With all due respect, no, sir. We don't want that.
Okay, you
Whoever
don't
is
want
coming
continuity.
in, no,
Yes.
no. Whoever is coming in, I don't care whoever comes in, but whoever is coming in, if you are just going to embark on two projects for 4 years, tell us and finish it. Don't tell us I'm doing roads, I'm doing hospital, I'm doing school, I'm doing that. At the end of the day, everything is halfway. When Obaseki came, he told us about Gelegele Seaport, right? There were lots of talks, MOU, and all of that. Till today, not then Modular Refinery, Oshomo Power Plant, and all of that. So if you, the only thing I will really score Obaseki for that, I know that each time I see it, I'm proud. I'm a proud Benin man. Is the fact that he has been able to stabilize our economy. One in Edo State, like improve on the revenue, and then the reforming of our the civil service system. People can now go to work. They are now hungry to go to work to access and all of that. I really appreciate him for that. He has done massively well for that. And if that's the only thing he has done for us, fine. Thank you for it. But whoever is coming in should don't tell me you want to continue for Obaseki. Stop. No, don't continue from there because we are still going to have unfinished projects. Tell us what you want to do for 4 years. If there are only two projects, if it's roads, do the roads and go. Or do the roads and the next 4 years, if you win again, tell us you want to build schools. Don't tell us you want to do this, you want to do that. At the end of the day, everything is scattered. I don't want that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Thank you, Chief Obasogie. It is beautiful to have you in the house. You have educated us. You have brought a lot of attention to the table and a lot of points on development because you are grounded and you have felt that even with your level of elite, you still feel the pain and the development has not come around you and your people. I thank you for coming to the show. I would want you, yes, this is your home. Please don't, every time, because some of us are in diaspora. And when we have shows like this, we need people that that even speak with the governor, can speak to politicians. We need people like that here to tell
My
us.
brother, I'm not afraid of anybody. I will speak my mind. I'm telling
Yes,
you the truth, I will speak my mind.
that is
Like when, sorry to cut you, sir. Like when the governor came to pay me a visit when I just lost my dad, I told him, I said you need to work on the health system. I said if we had a good ambulance in Ipobai here, or we have a good healthcare system in Ipobai here, my dad would have still been alive. In the whole of Benin, it's only UBT that have the ICU unit.
Yeah. But is it? Sorry for your loss. Sorry to hear about
So
that.
I told him, I said, we need to work on it. If all he needed was something to electrify him, to bring him back. He had a cardiac arrest. That was all he needed. So when we talk like this, most of us, we talk because we are pained, because a lot of things have happened to us. And we see that these are things that they are necessity. There are things that we're not supposed to cry for. There are things we're not supposed to beg for. The government should stop having this feeling that they are doing us a favor. They are here to serve. And even if you tie my road now, it's your duty to tie my road. Don't feel like you are doing me a favor. It's your duty. That's why you were voted into power.
Those are basics. Those are taxpayer. That is the
Yes,
reason why
sir.
we pay taxes for basic amenities.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, my co-host, before you move on, my co-host. Thank you, everybody who they watch us from YouTube. Make una click thumbs up, like this sign, and share. And people with their Facebook, make una click like and share, so that the algorithm go to spread the information so that we know people know so we dey on air. This show na for you, for everybody, for those people. Make we fit dey talk of the problem where they happen. So right now, please, if you dey on YouTube, click thumbs up. Then if you dey on Facebook, click like and share. Thank you. Continue, my co-host.
Okay, I'll just telling Mr. Chief Obasogie. Sorry, I keep saying Mr. Chief Obasogie. I'm thanking you.
It's okay.
I want you to come to the show. This is a regular show, and so that you can tell us. So you can be the link for the message of the people to the government, because
No, it's the truth.
I know that's how you tell them when you see them. So and as you have said on the comment section, a lot of people have thanked you. They have said, yes, you are speaking. Or even though some people think that you are just speaking for Edo, I can imagine how other places the people feel this pain. But again, like I said, you have still commended the governor for his good deeds.
Of course, I mean, there are things that he has done really well. He has tried,
Yes.
and there are areas that he has also, he needs to improve on.
Yes.
There's still enough time for him to do it. So I feel that there's a lot to be improved on in Benin. But my biggest worries is the fact that is the insecurity in Edo State, and if that is not looked into, it will cause a very big problem for us in the future, because everybody's leaving.
Okay, that's it. Thank you, Chief Obasogie. This discussion we have done 2 hours is just on the first topic. The second topic is going to be brief. Yes, because sometimes we come here, we sit here for 3 hours, and we have to shut it down because we can't do more than 3 hours on the show. It might get people to digest afterwards. So the next part of this show, the next topic is on godfatherism, tribalism, and youth involvement. Godfatherism, tribalism, and youth involvement. I know before I say this, we had Concord